Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN.TV, and welcome to another episode of State of the Towelliee, Episode 3. Triple threat. And we have a lot of questions to go through, so let's get right to it. Yes, I know, as you can see in front of me, I am a fucking dwarf. What can I say? We will get to that question. I know you want that to be the first one answered, but I'm gonna make you wait. And I'm not gonna tell you what timestamp it is at, so you will have to find it. Or you can just listen to all these questions that our glorious fans of TGN and myself have asked here. Number one, Watson fucking Bouse from Manaroth Alliance. He really typed in there, fucking Bouse. How do you stay so committed to this game? You have over 340 days played just on your main Towelliee and are still going strong. I only have accumulated around 108 days played with my tunes. How do you stay interested in this whole entire time? Don't you ever want to kill yourself because this game gets boring as fuck after doing the same shit over and over? Honestly, end of game rating, hardcore progression is what keeps me in this game. It's not the PvP, it's not my friends, and it's not the people, it's the actual rating. I've been in a situation where I've been asked by my friends to join their guild and they're pretty bad. And I had to say no because I wanted to be on a higher level of, rating. That's why I play this game, to be on a whole different level and to, be the best that I can be as a paladin tank. And as a tank in general, because that's what I've been doing for 6.5 years. If it wasn't for the hard modes, if it wasn't for the actual challenge of these fights in progression, then I really wouldn't even play this game. I'd look for it in another game. And currently there is no other game that really gives it. Rift is pretty close, but not really there yet. Thank you, Watson fucking Bouse. Number two, I'm P.I. I don't know. He says his name is P.I., so I don't know how to say that exactly. From the server Ravencrest US. And I just wanted to ask you a question about your key bindings. I started using the ones you use from your video, and I was wondering, how do you switch out between Crusader Strike and Hammer of the Righteous? Do you just drag and drop every time you want to do, or do you have a certain macro other button that does it? Thanks. By the way, guys, proofread your questions. Some of this shit is crazy. Grammar that I'm not, even I started my words and I type incorrectly sometimes, but some of this shit is ridiculous. Yeah, basically I just switch them during raid. If I have to, I'll just hit shift and do just like a quick switch just like that. I'm actually thinking of switching my, hammer to, shift R. I'm thinking about it. I really don't like using both of them on a bind at the same time. I can't find a button that's comfortable, and since they both have the same cooldown and basically, our main tanking tools, I like to use them separately in separate situations. So far, I've had no trouble during raids switching them off, as you guys have watched in several videos. Number three, hey tank. This guy doesn't even know my fucking name. He's just like, hey tank, I have a fucking name, it's Towelliee. Right there it says Towelliee, Herald of the Titans, huge in Japan. And it's just not my dwarf cock they're talking about, okay? I'm actually, I'm huge over there. I'm like fucking David Hasselhoff. I'm a level 58 currently prot Pally, Womp Womp is his name. Nice name, Womp Womp. What the fuck is the tune? I was looking at your character and saw your primary and secondary talent trees. My question is, what is your main purpose for these trees? And what I mean is your primary tree for tanking and your secondary for PvP or something like to that nature? Or is it because you just enjoy fucking shit up in different ways? Appreciate the help of Brohana, Montana. Don't ever say that in the email again, anyone. Brohana, Montana, really? Jesus Christ, man. My main spec is, let's see, where's talents? Here we go, talents. My main spec 32.9 is my PvE spec, basically toughness, and reckoning is in that one with eye for an eye. Whereas in my PvP spec, I have improved judgment. I don't spec into toughness or rebuke. I spec into improved Hammer of Justice and Seals of the Pure. Those are the changes? Yeah, those are the major changes. But yeah, no, they both kick ass though. Brohana, Montana. Womp Womp is his name. Can you believe Brohana, Montana? Number four. Hey, what's up, Towelliee? What's up? Do you have any legendaries? If yes, then show us. If no, then show us your favorite legendary over the Atlas loot. Keep up the good work with TGN. Oh, by the way, love you, Big C, Evercon. Yeah, I'm trying to actually grow like a bigger beard. Like, because I'm a dwarf now, so I can do, just go Rurikon style on everyone's ass and just have like this huge wolfman look. Love you, Ruri. No, I don't have any legendaries. I came close on my original warrior tank. I had the left binding from Geddon. I needed the right binding from Guard. Never got it. Farmed it for like 4 years. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Number 5. Hey, Towelliee. Here's a question for the show. State of the Towelliee. I have a level 85 prop paladin. I was wondering about when is the right time to use Crusader Strike or the right time to use Hammer of the Righteous. I understand that they share the same cooldown, so you can't just use them both at the same time. That's what I say to that. I usually use Crusader Strike for PvP or single bosses, and Hammer of the Righteous for PvE mobs. I'm not sure if this is the most efficient way to do the most damage or have the most threat. Please tell me when you use one or the other abilities. Thanks, Towelliee. This is from Saber Knight Gilneas Horde. Crusader Strike, single target mobs, everything in PvP. Unless you're leveling BGs as a prop paladin, then you probably want to use Hammer of the Righteous from like level 10 to level 40, 50, because the cleave on multiple alliance or horde around you is a great deal of damage. Hammer of the Righteous in conjunction with Inquisition is what you should be using for AoE tanking mobs in heroics and in dungeons if the fight, proves to be an AoE fight. Just letting you know ahead of time. I just got a text. Hold on, I'm always checking my phone and shit during these shows. I'm sorry. If you saw it during our WoW special edition, I was taking pictures of my screen. I'm a clown. What can I say? All right, back to the questions. Number 6, Zetzume from Colteras. I never hear of any of these servers, by the way. I don't know where they come from. My State of the Tally question for you is, I was watching your live stream the other day. It was April 8th or 9th or somewhere around there. And you were on your bear tank doing Vortex Pinnacle. I heard you eating something, and it sounded really good. So I was wondering, what were you eating? You must be European. You must be fucking European. Like I said, you were on your Druid doing Vortex Pinnacle. I'm really curious because they sounded really good. I've been dying to know. Keep up the great videos coming. Zetzume. I was eating corn nuts. Question number 7. I'm Maximusil. I can't even pronounce his name. Since it sounds like Metamucil. Metamucil. From the Realm Lightbringer Euro. When I saw your video with the Paladin, that didn't make sense. I decided to make my own. Now I'm prop PvP spec and want to begin tanking in Wrath of the Lich King dungeons and raids and in Cata 2. I have only one problem. I don't understand the tanking things, so I want advice from one of the best tanks in the WoW universe. Oh god. My gear is all Brutal Gladiator PvP, and my first question is, can I tank the normal dungeons of Wrath of the Lich King? Yes, you can. When I was leveling Talion Sargeras Horde, I actually had a Brutal PvP gear when I was leveling the entire time. Why are people swarming around me? Leave me alone. Death by Snoo. Snooky wants smoosh smoosh. And let's see. Well, I also will need an add-on for threat. So if you give me that would be great. Gemming will sort itself out. Best wishes. Okay, for threat, you want Tidy Plates, and then Tidy Plates, Threat Plates, and Omen. Have fun. Number 8. Don't worry, the Dwarf question's coming soon, guys, so just brace yourselves. Number 8. Hey, Towelliee, in your WoW vids, who is this guy? Malice the Kingslayer. Did he just point at me? This motherfucker, I think, just pointed at me. Humans. In your WoW vids, you have the camera so far from your character. I try to set mine up like that, but I can only make it go so far. Yours looks a lot farther than mine. I attached pics to show what the screen looked like. Also, I was wondering if your guild has any blood DK openings, and if so, any requirements. Well, you sent this question while I was in Iron. I'm pretty sure Iron's recruiting right now. So, go ahead. I'm pretty sure they need anything at the moment. And, I forgot what the command is. It's like /console space max camera distance factor 4 or 5. I'll post it in my description down there somewhere. All right, after I'm done with my State of the Towelliee. So just look for the description for your answer. Thanks, Connor. Number 9. Hey, Towelliee, I'm a huge fan of your show. I've seen all of your videos. I love them because I myself am a level 85 prop pally and have also been into PvP from the start. When I get around to it, I might even make an ult and join the Brothers of Towellee's World Order. Anyway, here's my question for the show. This guy actually used proper grammar with apostrophes and shit. I'm impressed. Do you spend your free time outside of org dueling random people just for the pleasure of showing off and kicking their asses? I know I do. And if so, have you ever been beaten? What the fuck? Thanks for your time and good luck making the next episode of State of the Towelliee. Saber Knight Gilneas Horde server side. Let's see. Let's look at how many duels I've won. No, I have to go to statistics. Where's PvP? Combat? I know it's around here somewhere. Player versus player. Oh god. Oh, this is Battlegrounds. Is that like an overall player versus player? I don't know. I'm looking for it. Duels won 196. So I really haven't even done much. Duels lost is somewhere around here. Duels lost 103. So I have one more duels than I've lost. I don't really duel at all. I don't like dueling. Unless I have to really study a certain class like a mage or a rogue to counter them, I will duel for a day or so. But I just don't like dueling. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll start dueling more. Maybe I'll do like a dueling video. If you guys request it enough, I might actually do it. Number 10. Towelliee. Hey Towelliee, your unhittable video explained a lot, so thank you for that. However, I had one question. I guess the ultimate goal for a tank would be unhittable. Can I still raid without unhittable, or is it a must? Doesn't sound like a big question, but I would like some clarification. Thank you. Unhittable is basically a goal, okay? You want that goal as a prop paladin. You want to be able to have the set and the gear and the gemming for an unhittable set. But at the same time, there are some bosses in hard modes that require you maybe to not go unhittable. I still do anyway because I'm an efficient tank. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I know how to blow my magical cooldowns. Because it seems like magical cooldowns are the biggest worry for a paladin tank with unhittable, because their HP drops like 20k when you switch to unhittable. You go from like 195k to like 180, 177, 178 in my case. And but as long as you know how to rotate your cooldowns, unhittable is by far the most efficient. It's proven in the world of logs. You'll see that you never get hit at all by the boss. You'll never take a full hit. You'll always be blocking every attack or dodge or parrying or missing. And it's pretty awesome. But some fights, I think like Sinestra and Cho'Gall, might be some encounters where I might switch back to a little bit more stam than mastery. But good question. Number 11, Towelliee, why are you a dwarf? Sincerely, Angry Mob of Torrents. No, really, someone did send me an email 2 days ago saying that, and signed Sincerely, Angry Mob of Torrents. So here's the story. I was in Guild Iron for about 2 months. They were a progression guild. They were in the top 50, 60 in the U.S. And I joined them, and you know, on my Tauren, I was main tanking with them, alongside with some other tanks. And then we were doing good. We downed Heroic Nefarian, Heroic Alakir, Heroic fucking Twin Dragons. We were working on Cho'Gall. We almost had that down. Then all of a sudden, people weren't happy with the leadership. People weren't happy with the guild. And a bunch of the core raiders, I'm talking about a good 70 to 80% of the core raiders basically up and left or went casual or just didn't want to play anymore. Maybe because of the grind that Cataclysm has become because of the encounters. And yeah, so we had a meeting. We actually had a meeting. So all those people who keep making these fucking retarded assumptions that I was either guild hopping, G quit, G kicked, or, you know, I just was looking for a better raid spot. I already had a permanent tanking spot on Iron. And now we had a meeting this past, I think it was like last Monday, and they basically said, hey, you guys, you know, you're free to go wherever you want. If you want to add to another guild, by you know, do so. Iron is basically going to be more of like casual, maybe 10 hard mode group. It's going to take a while for them to rebuild. And honestly, if I was with Iron for like 3 years, I'd be like, you know what? These guys, I've been with you for so long. You're my brothers. I'm going to stay. I'm going to help the guild out. I'm going to help reform, help rebuild. But I've only been there for 2 months. I really didn't know anybody. I just knew that all I had to do was do my job as a tank. And I applied to a few guilds, like the Flying Hellfish, who were 8, 9, and 13, and Huge in Japan. And it just so happens that there's some people in Huge in Japan that I knew from back on Death Rock Horde that I was actually friends with and I used to speak to on Vent and shit. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys are here. So I went ahead and I joined Huge in Japan. And why Dwarf? Because Dwarf has stone form. I know you guys were dying for me to be like, oh, well, why don't you become a human? You could wear 2 double trinkets and use your every man for himself. Well, you guess what? I don't put PvP over PvE. Like I said, sorry to disappoint you people. That's right. What do you mean, you people? I always put PvE ahead of PvP. And if playing a dwarf is maximizing my abilities as a PvE progression rating tank, then that's what I'm going to do. I don't care if I look retarded, disgusting, ugly, short, small, dwarfish, big dick, small dick, big ass, small ass. It's all the same paladin. It's still Towelliee. It's still Hammer of Fuck Your Face. It's still huge Inquibooms. Nothing fucking changes. And honestly, if people can't take that, then fuck off. Really, I don't give a shit. I play this game for me, okay? Yeah, I have fans of TGN. I have followers. I have a huge following now. I have people who love to watch my videos. But honestly, no offense to my fans, but I play for myself. I don't play for you guys. I love to entertain you guys, and if I make some friends with you guys and I, you know, chat with you guys and play some BGs and you guys wish for me, you know, I always respond to all my fans. One point or another, eventually I do respond. But You know, I play for myself, for my enjoyment of the game, not for others. So this was the best move for me as a progression rating tank, was to join Huge in Japan. And like I said, if people don't like it, if people were like, I'm going to unsubscribe, excuse me, because Towelliee went Dwarf. Are you fucking joking? What are you, 10 years old? Oh my god. You remind me of those 10-year-old kids who don't get what they want, and they're like, Mom, get me my toy. I'll break my finger. I'll break my finger if you don't fucking get me my toy. You remind me of those children, those people who say shit like that. So, honestly, if you don't want to watch my videos and I'm a dwarf, then don't fucking watch. It's no bearing on me. I'm still doing my job. I'm tanking. I'm PvEing. It's what I love to do. And that is why I am now a dwarf with Huge in Japan. And by the way, I'm Huge in Japan. Not just like dwarf cock-wise. I'm like David Hasselhoff up in that bitch. Number 12. Hey Towelliee, my toon's name is Bucky on No Maragon. Hey Bucky. A human prop pally, kind of new to tanking I guess, was a holy pally for a while but started to tank again. My question for you is, what is your tanking rotation? Mainly because as my main, haha, is Unholy DK, a lot of prop pallies have aggro trouble in heroics from what I have seen. So I was wondering, what is your suggested rotation is for an up-and-coming prop paladin? Okay, honestly, I would go through all the trouble of going to the test dummy right now and showing you the rotation. But I have a tanking rotations video that, if I find it, I'll put it in a response to this video so you'll see it. But honestly, since 4.1 is right around the corner, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. There really is no more rotation. As long as you hit Crusader Strike every second GCD, you can fill it with any of the other abilities you want. As long as you hit Crusader Strike on every second GCD, and then you hit Shield of the Righteous every time you have 3 Holy Power Points, that's all you need. In between, you can hit Judgment, Avenger Shield, fucking Holy Wrath, Consecration, doesn't matter anymore. It's become retarded. So that's a tanking rotation. Hit everything you want as long as you hit Crusader Strike whenever it's up, and Shield of the Righteous. And Big Nick sent me that message right there. Let's see here. Number 13. Kathy Kaustis. Hello. My girlfriend's gonna whoop my ass. It's a joke, honey, I swear. I didn't mean it. Oh god, I'm dead. Okay, here it is. I'm a prot pally. Nice grammar. Trying to get a great rotation. Your vids have helped a lot, but with your rotation, I keep getting low on mana, and my damage still isn't up to par. Anything you can recommend to help? Can you recommend a talent tree spec? I am on Smolderthorn. Teresa is my pally name. By the way, Smolderthorn was my first server under my prop paladin progression. His name was Birdie Burt. So if you go back that far, it's Birdie Burt. I appreciate anything you can do to help. You are such an uber elite tank. Also, is the Avenger Shield Glyph Focus Shield important because then you're hitting less targets? Thanks for your help. The Avenger Shield Glyph is great for single target tanking, okay? It's great for single target tanking. It's 30% more damage, but you hit only 1 target instead of 3. So I use it, I switch to that glyph when I'm facing bosses that are only single target bosses. As for, what was your actual question? I'm retarded, I'm sorry. Oh, your mana. Are you using Consecration a lot? Consecration really isn't good anymore. It's probably at the bottom of the list when it comes to actual tanking abilities. You only use it when you really have nothing else to use. Also, Holy Radiance drains your mana, so watch how you use Holy Radiance. Watch when you use Consecration. Only use it when you need to. Hammer of the Righteous is really all you need for aggro. It hits everything in a 5-yard, 7-yard radius, whatever. There you go. Number 14. When did you get into presenting on YouTube? 2, have you heard of Hobbs? Hobbs' Way of Pulling. Used to love his vids when I was starting out. Thanks, man. Take it easy. I started doing videos probably around Naxxramas in Wrath of the Lich King. I did small videos in Burning Crusade, but I wasn't really on tune or didn't really know how to use video editing software. So my first few videos came from Trial of the Grand Crusader, hard modes with Anubrock Insanity. But that's why I basically got started. And once I started my own channel, I started to get some, good, I guess, street cred for my PvP videos and my PvE. And then basically they started asking me, I got called in by TGN, hey, do you want to work for us? And I'm like, hey, sure, why not? So there I am, TGN. And I know who Hobbs is. I mean, I used to love watching Hobbs' videos, at level 60, how to solo Dead Mines and shit, how to solo all the other dungeons, how to solo the first few bosses of Scholomance. Yeah, Hobbs is a pretty good paladin tank. I'll just stay there because I'm really opinionated and I just don't want to go and say shit because I respect the guy. But yeah, his videos from back in the day, Hobbs' Way of Pulling, amazing videos. I used to always watch them. He was like one of the first people who posted YouTube videos. He's like the fucking grandfather of fucking YouTube tanking videos. I never used to see anyone else posting videos back then. Let's see, number 15. Hey, Towelliee, Xerox Alliance, Thunderlord. My question for you is, if you was asked to join a 13-13 hard mode alliance guild, would you join them? And what alliance race of paladin would you play? It's funny you asked this, because you asked this before I even became a dwarf. So, would I join alliance for a 13-13 hard mode guild? Yes. What would I play? A dwarf paladin. I just found it funny. Number 16 is from James English. Can you please do a Towelliee imitation? This is mean. Can you please do a Towelliee imitation? It would make me rolling on the floor so hard, and it might cure my leukemia. Laughing is the best medicine. You know what? I'm gonna do it, but that's fucked up that you said some shit like you have leukemia or cancer, and you want me to do an impersonation of something to make you feel better. You threw out the fucking death card on me. I'll remember that. But here we go. Don't forget to bring a towel. You want to get high? And my favorite one is, you asshole. Remember that in the episode where the guy stole his joint, or when Cartman stole his joint in the car? Picking my nose, sorry. Cartman stole his joint in the car, and he's like, you asshole. That's the melody of the funky town. I love Towelliee. Towelliee is like one of my favorite characters of all time in South Park. I just can't lie. But there you go. Hopefully you have a few laughs in that, and hopefully, you know, you feel better and you get through your leukemia. Once again, you're a fucking dickhead for doing that, but I'll do it just because, you know, I'm like that. Number 17. Hi, you say in most vids that you hate frost mages, but is that English? Any other class you find hard to beat? I know that every class and spec are good if played right, but some other classes love almost everyone at TGN and plays WoW vids. Keep up good work. Oh my god. Tinkillian 85 Troll Warlock Neptulon Euro. Okay, I guess maybe he's French or something. But warlocks with really good gear, like 3800 4K resilience, and resto shamans are probably still my, like, you know, kryptonite. It's really hard to beat them. Now that I have rebuke, warlocks are a bit easier to play. Mages still hard as fuck to fucking try to 1v1. I'm talking about good frost mages, not average retarded ones like you've seen in my other videos. But I have to put warlocks and mages up there as the hardest. Easiest are definitely warriors. Warriors are like, oh my god. That's why every time I hear this Dantean Swifty bullshit, you know, I hear about fucking, oh, you should duel them. Why are you going to put a prop pally like me against a warrior? Like, it's just not a good matchup. It's just not a good matchup. It's not in their favor. They have to work harder than I do to kill them, for them to kill me. And that's just not right. It should be even. But easiest are warriors, ret paladins. Hardest are probably frost mages and warlocks. And then resto shamans in the close third. Number 18. How does it feel playing Alliance? I played Alliance for all of Classic Vanilla on my warrior tank, Birdie Burt. He was a human. I played on him through all progression, Molten Core through Next 40. So I've been in Alliance. I just didn't know that, you know, all these changes here. Like right now I'm in the Dwarven district, and there's like an actual auction house here and a bank, and people are here chilling in the Dwarven district. This used to be like no man's land, you know, back in the day. Now it's like populated with people, maybe because it's not as laggy as the trading area, the blue place. I just call it the blue place. Number 19. Hey, Towel, this is Snorlax Owns You. I see this guy posting on all my videos, by the way. You are like stalkerish borderline, but you always make good comments that I like. Hey, Towelliee, this is Snorlax Owns You. I post to support a lot of your comments and vids, like I just said. What the fuck is up with the cluster of videos on TGN WoW lately? I don't know. I mean, we're trying to get a schedule going, some sort of uploading scheduler for YouTube. We're trying to create some software. We're trying to do something. I mean, currently, you know, sometimes you'll see that no one posts videos for like maybe a day or 18, 19 hours. And all of a sudden, it's like 10 videos in the span of like an hour. And, you know, other people's videos get bumped down. People get upset. It's all internal. But the clusterfuck is just probably just due to lack of communication. Basically, by myself and the rest of the team. You know, everyone, Big C, Hengist, Deadly Slob, you know, it's all just miscommunication. We usually have a Skype channel that we talk in, and we all just say, hey, I'm posting a video. Does anyone have anything else coming up? But sometimes people are AFK, they're not home. So, you know, we're trying to work out a better way to upload videos so that we don't, you know, clusterfuck the entire channel. Number 20, Towelliee, what is your favorite TV show? The Office and Deadliest Catch are probably there. American Chopper, I love American Chopper. I don't like the whole senior versus junior shit, though. That's getting really played out. I've always been a huge fan of American Chopper. They play it for like 3 hours every day on History or whatever channel it is. But definitely The Office and Deadliest Catch. Who has 2 thumbs and loves to bone your mom every night? This guy! I love Packer. Love Packer. Is he back on the show? I don't know. Number 21. If you could change one thing about Paladin tanks, what would it be? Ooh, that's a tough question. That's actually a very good question. Didn't even leave your name. You just put anonymous. I would give you a lot of credit if you would tell me what your name was, because that's a good question. If I were to change anything about Paladins, it would probably at this point be Holy Power. Holy Power right now to me is useless. Blizzard, I think, is making tanking easier as a Paladin in 4.1 because they realize now that Holy Power wasn't needed all along. We really didn't need. All they had to do was just higher the damage of Shield of the Righteous, and that's it. No need for Holy Power. That and Vengeance, maybe rescale Vengeance so that it's not as OP as it is now, and maybe it would force Paladins to actually, you know, gem for hit and expertise. Unlike myself, I don't do it at all because Vengeance is so powerful. But let's see. Number 22, Towelliee. How are you doing in high magical damage fights in hard modes with Unhittable? I heard the low HP pool is bad for those kinds of battles. Like I said before, I mentioned this in an earlier question. The magical damage... Who the fuck is... Oh my god. Who are you? Oh, guys, Ruinous. Ruinous is like the main PvP guild. They have like 800 members on Kill Jaden Alliance, and they'll accept anyone in their guild. They're like the Towellee's World Order of Kill Jaden. Like... If you're level 1, you're in. But, back to what I was saying. As long as I rotate my magical cooldowns, I always glyph Divine Protection, so it's a 40% damage reduction to magic damage, which is like an AMS. I'll always do that if it's a magical fight, and I'm okay from there. I don't have too much trouble in magical fights. If the healers tell me I'm taking too much damage that they can't heal me, even with Unhittable, then I'll switch to a higher stamina set. Number 23, will you ever go back to Horde? I mean, who knows? It's possible. If, you know, Huge in Japan dies in, like, the next 5-6 months or something, if it happens, which I don't see happening, then, yeah, I'd have to obviously, you know, consider my options. Which guilds out there need a Paladin, number 1? If they do, what's their current tanking state? Number 3, app to those guilds. I mean, it's pretty easy. Number 24... Oh god, I am sick and tired of listening to you on your videos. All you do is throw the F-bomb around and talk vulgar when you PvP. Would you be willing to tone it down a bit? If not, I'm afraid you lost a sub. Anonymous. Of course you don't want to say who you are, you fucking scrub. Let's see. Oh, I throw the F-bomb too fucking much in my fucking videos. Dude, that's fucking amazing. I can't fucking believe people just fucking think that I'm just fucking doing videos throwing the fucking F-bomb all the way around. You know what? Honestly, it's what I tell everyone else. If you don't like my videos, don't fucking watch it. That's why on the title of our TGN videos it says blah 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 blah, in parentheses, Towelliee, Rurikon, Hengist, Chromar. We all want Chromar. Where are you? And, yeah, if you don't like my videos, I mean, if my, you know, saying cum nugget, cunt, fuck, shit, motherfucker, this and that, if that offends you, then by all means, if you're too sensitive to hear those words, then just don't watch my videos. That's plain and simple. I mean, even a cunt rag like you, Anonymous, wouldn't know that. I mean, people see it as, like, unprofessional. I really don't. I mean, have you seen Howard Stern? Have you seen Opie and Anthony, Ron and Fez? I mean, those people are people who are banned from public radio because they were too harsh, but they have millions of followers because they tell it how it is, they say it how it is, all their shit is unedited, no drafts, and that's how I do my shit. That's how I do my videos, you know. I just say what's on my mind. If people don't like it, fucking suck my big dwarf cock. I don't give a fuck. Number 25, Towelliee. Towelliee, are you black? I don't know. No, I'm not black. I'm I'm not black. I'm not a beaner either. People say, "Are you Mexican?" No, I'm not Mexican. Do I look like I'm 5'11", you know, or something like that, selling some oranges or some shit? No. I'm just kidding. My girlfriend's Mexican. I really can't even say that. She's probably gonna like slap me upside the head when she sees me. Sorry, honey, again. Oh God, I'm dead. And Towelliee, are you black? No, I'm not black. Honestly, you know, it all really depends on where people were raised. I mean, you know, I came from the streets. I came from the ghetto. I'm not going to say that. Not anymore. I mean, that was probably in my teenage years. But, you know, it's just like the people who talk Southern. You know, people who talk like this. They talk like that all the time. That's because they were raised in the South, and they were raised around that. They picked up the accent from living there, from talking to their parents, you know, from they were an infant to they were adults. You know, the streets where I was raised, it was kind of like, you know, yo, my nigga, this, blah, yo, what's up, dog? Yo, Don, what's going on? Yo, that shit's butter, son. That shit's butter. You know, fucking guns firing in at night and shit like that. That's the neighborhood I grew up in. And, you know, I've moved on from that since I was about like 18, 19 years old. But, you know, that kind of attitude, that street attitude, that street ability, you know, that takes you far. You know what I'm saying? People who are like really dorky and geeky and really are like non-social and really monotone, those are the kind of people that, you know, don't have street smarts and will probably end up being killed if they go into the wrong neighborhood one day. And, you know, no, I'm not black. I'm actually a Cuban American, so I'm not a beaner. I'm not a Mexican, 4'11". But I am 4'11" in game. That's a shame. But I am Cuban American. Was not born in Cuba. I've been there quite a few times, though. You guys should go there if any of you rich Europeans have rich families, which most of you probably do. You should probably tell your parents you want to go to Cuba. They have one of the best beaches there by far. It's called Barraderos. Barraderos, if you're like European or American trying to say it. Barraderos. Amazing beach, white sand, crystal clear water. You can go like 2 miles into the water. It'll still be like at your ankles. Pretty nice. But, yeah, that clears up that. No, I'm not black. That was a weird question. But I guess, you know, maybe the way I talk, people would assume that. But, that's it. Here, a bunch of dragons here. This has been Towelliee with TGN.TV. This has been State of the Towelliee episode 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Cleared up a lot of stuff, especially about me being a dwarf. Once again, Facebook.com/Towelliee, Twitter.com/TowTheTank. Also, guys, YouTube.com/TGN. All of our live shows are there now. Watch my live shows. Watch everyone else's live shows. They're fucking amazing. They're funny as hell. They're live just like it is here. HolyShield.com. You can also watch my live stream by hitting the live stream button on HolyShield.com. Towelliee with TGN.TV. You all just got midget fucked. Hammer fuck your face lives on. Peace the fuck out.